Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time another Eat and Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Thursday, Mosh Pit. We survived yesterday's run. Man, oh man, it was something else. But like I said during that episode, some people really dig those unorthodox, kind of weird runs where we just have to sort of suss out a strategy given what the game gives us. And yeah, Midas Touch ended up doing it for us, along with the Book of Shadows. So, you know, it was. Yeah, it was. Here's your meme of the day, brought to you on the Invicta subreddit by Round Yesterday 6212. Title of the thread was A Good Start to the Month. Episode 1183, Delirium Fearing for His Life. The month of October starts with a banger. Why are you running? Why are you running? Yeah. And it's hilarious how well that fits Delirium's face too. So thank you very much, Round Yesterday, and everyone who upvoted that one. We've been it's kind of been lacking on the memes lately, like as far as the type of memes. It's been mostly mosh pets, which is fine. I'm totally down with it, but I'd like to see some more memes. C-Day is gonna be Zulu Kilo Mike Zulu, Juliet X-Ray Juliet Yankee. We've got just god awful movement speed, and oh, Curse the Blind. That's just super great. We're once again starting off with Vade Retro as well, which. Yeah. And we also have the Prayer Bead, which is going to, I think, give us a slight chance at getting a Soul Heart or something like that. Where is it? Angel Room has a 50% higher chance for an Angel Room. Something like that, yeah. So we definitely don't need that. Because I thought that one actually gave us a... for some reason, it gave us the chance for the Soul Heart. We're cooked. And I'm going to take a blind item here just because we need movement speed and we're going to need some stuff. It's going to be Botfly. Botfly does count towards Beelzebub. Obviously, Spider Babby is going to count for Spider Baby, which is a transformation that definitely exists, but not one that we really care about. And let's talk about Vade Retro for a second. Vade Retro does that. Whenever you kill an enemy, it will leave this sort of red explosive soul behind. Depending on the type of enemy that you end up killing, like it could be a mini boss, which are pretty big souls, big bosses, which are actually like big souls, and then little mobs like these, which do just those sort of regular ones. And every time you trigger Vade Retro, it will explode, and then those have a chance to also turn into more souls, which starts this sort of really cool chain reaction. And the problem with Vade Retro is that it's very unreliable in terms of where and when you can use it, especially against bosses, but it can be pretty effective at killing entire rooms if you time the explosions right. Which right now it's going to be difficult with old Dookie here because he's going to float about. There we go. And no, you can't trigger one and not the other. They all trigger, so there we go. Absolutely destroy old Dookie. We get a shot speed and range upgrade, and we're just going to head on down. I will say I did some quick analysis on my hard drive and video card because obviously I want to get to the bottom of why not only Isaac sometimes is lagging and hitching now, but why other games too. Like Space Marine does it really bad. WoW does it bad sometimes. Actually, all the games do it bad. You can even see it happening in the Dale and Dawson videos on the gaming channel. Which, by the way, go subscribe to my gaming channel if you haven't already. We're going to be putting out more stuff there. I'm planning on doing a leveling series in Diablo 4, which would be pretty cool. I'm going to be recording those and streaming them on Twitch as well. So when the upcoming expansion releases, that way, you know, it's more content, and I'm aiming to get the monetization back up and running on that channel as well. Not that it's not like a huge money maker or anything, but you know, I don't like having a partial channel. I like having a full channel. It's weird not being able to put ads and stuff on the videos. So go check it out. There's a link down below in the information box of this video and all other videos that I have on the main channel. And I did do an analysis, a deep dive on all of the hard drives, including the one that my Steam library is on, and there was no problem. The tools that I used didn't detect anything. We did like a write test, we did a read test, all that kind of stuff. And there was just no errors at all. Check disk, all the whole 9 yards. So there was nothing wrong with the drive itself. The only thing that I found that could be slightly concerning is the temperature of that particular drive that my Steam library is on. It is getting a little warm. It's running idle. Obviously, it's going to be running kind of high, but when it's under load, it does tend to be in the lower 70s as far as Celsius goes, which is a little warm. Certainly nothing to make a fuss over, but it's kind of like one of those, like, okay, we better watch this type thing. So I am looking at trying to get a heat sink for that drive in particular, because it is an M2 drive, which is an MVE drive, which is just those. It's like a super solid state drive. It's like those little tiny the ones that look like RAM, basically. It's one of those. So I've got 2 of them in this machine. And somebody did ask me if I was using a mechanical drive, and the answer is no. I haven't used a mechanical hard drive in I don't know how long. At least I would say 10 years at minimum. I would say something like that. But we're going to last week's question episode here, brought to you by CZH2432. Vuka also had a question, which I'll answer after this one, but this one I found a little bit more interesting. No offense to Vuka, obviously, but CZH asked, question of the episode, if you could have a totally new tier effect, what would it be? I was thinking like elemental, fire, ice, water, etc., something like that. You could also combine them to make new transformations. A tier effect that I would love to see, and I mean absolutely go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over, would be an item that gives you a way to paint your target, just like kind of like Rotten Tomato does, but give it the regen aura of those red champions, and the ones that make the gulping sound and glow red, and they have the hearts, and they just heal everything in the room. I think that would be cool. I also think it would be awesome to be able to have something like that, but buff your familiars. I think that would definitely lean in a little bit more for a more diverse build and play styles for people looking for, I didn't mean to put that down, looking for like familiar builds or follower builds, that sort of stuff. So I think stuff like that would be very interesting. But the main one that I would want is something that actually gives you passive healing whenever you hit it. I mean, like, every tier that Isaac hits the target has a chance to regenerate HP. Now, it wouldn't work on Soul Hearts, obviously, because I think that would be a little bit too overpowered, although that would be amazing. But let's be honest, Isaac would never, they would never allow something like that. And we go on to Vuka's question, and she asked, what would I rather have if I could only pick one? Bombs. It was bombs, keys. Only bombs or only keys, and why? For me personally, I think that I would much rather have bombs. Bombs can get you tinted rocks. Bombs can get you in the secret rooms. They can get you damage. Obviously, you can use them for defense to block stuff. So I think that bombs, kind of like this right here, I think bombs are just better overall if you're looking at making an offensive play. Oh wow, I get some damage upgrade here. And I will take Death's List. Not going to take Not going to take the Dark Prince's crown because we would die. But yeah, bombs I think is the obvious choice there. Now, if you said I don't know what the parameters for this question were, which is the reason why I selected it second, even though it had technically more upvotes. I don't know if there's a prerequisite that says you can only, like, as in you can't have bombs and keys. Like, you can't use a key to get a bomb out of a chest, because if that were the case, if you could just say, yeah, you could just either have bombs or keys, but you can use the keys to get into chests, then I'd say, well, keys, obviously, because keys lead to bombs. See how that works. We could go into the curse room. Yeah. I'm gonna pass on that. So we got Death's List. We gotta hope that we can make use of it. Our damage is still okay for now. Okay, so Death's List, you really need to be our all-star here. We've had a little bit of a windfall lately with Death's List. But don't do what I'm doing here. Don't force the issue with Death's List. Because it's going to get you hit. It's also going to multiply exponentially the amount of time it takes you to clear stuff. We get a key out of there, which is something we did need. We have a bomb. Let's go into the curse. Let's go in the secret room now while we can. We did get the blue map, by the way, out of the shop. The blue map is just going to show us the locations of the secret rooms. Pretty much it. It doesn't do anything for the Ultra Seeker room, but it does at least help us knowing where we can go and where we need to use our bombs, especially if we end up getting something better than Vade Retro, like Golden Teleporter. I mean, really anything. Vade Retro is, in my opinion, not really a great item. If you have literally nothing better, then sure, but yeah, it's not great. Okay, I'm not gonna use a bomb here yet because we may use this bomb for the shop. It could be pills, it could be cards. There are pills. And we get 9 lives. We gotta do is just trigger one and we get all of them. Unless they go over there. Get 9 lives, which is going to be our first Guppy item. As you see here, we're getting absolutely pelted by these shots because we just don't have any movement speed at all. There we go. Okay, so that's a very weird location for the Super Secret room, which tells me that there's going to be something over here. Either it's going to be a sack room or it's going to be the item room. And then everything else is going to be down there, or it's just gas. Go separated this one. I want to kill this one over land. Got a soul heart there. The bomb actually came from Death's List. Okay, might as well go in the curse room since we're here, because I'll never ever come back to this side of the map, especially with this movement speed. Rooms like this, just forget about it. Just don't even worry about Death's List. It's not gonna happen there. Now again, with respect to Vade Retro, it does function well. Man, we're getting lucky with these random soul hearts. It does do its job in that it clears rooms whenever you allow it to. But again, it's not something that you can readily rely upon. There's no downside to Vade Retro necessarily. It's just the only downside really is that it just takes an active item slot or something better. I mean, but that's no fault of the item, obviously. It's just, to me, I think that there are much better choices that you can get with an active item. The shot speed upgrade, okay. Crack the Skizzle. Man, oh man, Crack the Sky has been showing up in droves, and you talk about a better, and I mean much better, active item here. We got Crack the Sky. And the only downside with Crack the Sky is that we're not going to be able to use it to clear rooms, obviously, because if we're trying to take full advantage of Death's List, then we will be unable to do so. But obviously, Crack the Skizzle here is huge for us. It's a big boss killer. You know what it does. All you got to do is just be patient and wait. Don't rush it, because it will attack stuff that you're not trying to kill with Crack the Sky. Like, it will target any random enemy in the room. Back-to-back nickels is pretty nice. And there's a golden pill here. I guess I'll take Battery Baby. I want the soul heart. There we go. With one bomb, we can go check out the super secret room, which gives us super secret, nothing. All right. Okay. But having a boss killing item is really, really, really good. It's a boost of confidence for us. There's no way we're gonna get Death's List in here because of that right there, because of the spawn from the Dark Grub. So this is what I'm kind of talking about. You don't want to use Crack the Sky in here immediately. Mainly because Chub will just not get hit. Crack the Sky rarely ever goes for the boss when there's a bunch of ads. So what we need to do is we need to just call the weak here, get rid of a lot of the ads, and then pop Crack the Sky to greatly increase our chances at it hitting Chub. Just let her kind of clear all the mobs here. Now we rip it. Yeah, there we go. Pretty much textbook right there. Get much needed tears up, and man, do we need some movement speed. Obviously, last week's episode was from Isaac -1. I just felt the need to do something Godzilla related because I believe that was the Mega Mush episode that we had. So anytime we're just a giant, massive Isaac, I feel the need to just pay homage to the GOAT. And -1 did things for us Godzilla fans, especially us old school Godzilla fans that never thought we'd ever see. Winning an Academy Award for visual effects is just amazing. Our boy is a Academy Award winner after 70 years. Thought about ripping Crack the Sky in here, but decided not to. I was hoping that one of those gapers was going to open up the secret room. So yeah, this is an automatic payout here with Deathlist. This is Soul Heart, okay. This is not an automatic payout because one of them will spawn a spider. Oh, maybe not. I apologize for being so pessimistic there, game. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about the hitching. I still my knee-jerk reaction and my belief still is that it is the video card. Either it's heating up too high or it's just not able to keep up with demand anymore. It is a 3090, which is by no means out of date. It's just a generation behind of what everything else is right now. One thing I do know is that I'm not going to buy a 4090. It's too close to the end of the 40 series, and I think that it's probably just better to get a 4080, and then probably just swap it out or upgrade it for a 5000 series whenever it does eventually come out, whenever that is. I think that's what I'm most likely going to do. Because everything else about the computer is fine. I mean, I've got a good processor, good RAM. The hard drives are seemingly okay, minus maybe a slight overheating issue with one of the drives. And that, and I was thinking about that heating issue. I don't have a way to monitor that while it's under load. So what I do now. I've been trying to monitor it, and it hasn't really seemed to spike that much. But it is no coincidence that all of the games that I have on the PC are on that drive. They're on my F drive, including WoW and other stuff. So it is very possible that is causing the slowdown. The little hitching every now and then. But whenever it does actually happen, I hear the graphics card kind of, you know when you can hear the fans kind of adjust a little bit. I do hear that every now and then. Up bombs are fine. Gives the Soul Heart right. Yeah. Apeworm, I don't really care too much about. Our movement speed, our range is not great. It's not terrible, but it's not great. But anything that can help us out with movement speed right now, like Liberty Cap, is going to be just better. Now, the Callus, on the other hand, giving us spike immunity for our feet could be interesting. We can go all the way back to that chest that's underneath the boss trap room and go pick it up since we have spike immunity. Now, do note that this does not mean that we are immune to spike damage. We are not immune to curse rooms or anything like that. This is not the flat file. This is simply we can walk on spikes without getting hurt. I think I'm thinking about the last four. Either way, though, 2 bombs to maybe get a chest here, some money, something we do need. Yeah, okay. Got a decent amount of money there, 6 cents. It's enough to buy maybe a half price premium item in the shop. Love to get flying to get that Soul Heart that we're owed, but what can you do? I mean, yeah. fantastic. I am going to spring for, if we can get, if we can get 2 more cents. I think 4.5 is the bigger of the two right there. As much as I love champion belt, I think it makes more sense to be able to allow us to rip Crack the Sky more often than getting a good damage upgrade, to be sure, as champion's belt. But I think that Crack the Sky takes priority for sure. Blue Peep is one of the more annoying ones because it starts off with both of the eyes gone immediately. It's amazing how homing those tiers are. So good damage there for this Joker. So 4.5 volt is going to charge our spacebar item based on how much damage we're doing in the room, and it is possible for it to be perpetual. My shadow is not bad here, so I'm going to take it. And we just need 2 cents, if possible, to get champion belt. I would really, really, really like to get it. I don't think it's going to be possible, though, unless there's a fire that I just didn't see. Oh, hang on. Need 2 cents, game. Already been in the curse room. There's no fires in there. There's no fire here. The only other thing that we could try to do is find a crawl space. Blind Rage is not terrible, but it's not what we're looking for here. I think there was still the Keeper inside of the secret room. That might be our best bet. Yeah. This is our last chance here. And we got nothing. No fires. No fires. No nothing. A little bit frustrating that we lose. We don't get... we don't end up getting champion belt. I would love to have gotten it, obviously. But I'm not going to waste our bombs here just so we can have... just so we can, you know, just get a... It is a good damage upgrade, don't get me wrong, but not the end-all be-all here. Gonna go for it. Maybe. Those fires, but we can't get them. Okay. Well, now I've done everything I could. To me, though, it's still worth it if it comes down to it for us to take 4.5 volt versus champion belt, especially with Crack the Sky. I think that we made the right choice 100 out of 100 times. Our damage is not good. Be sure it's not great. Well, oh my God, there's two soul hearts out of nowhere. Whom do I owe the pleasure, game? Also, somehow we didn't get a payout there. We also get 2 more soul hearts, which is good. I go this way just because I know that probably going to be something up here that we want and need. Yeah, the My Shadow plays here are going to be pretty insane for damage. My Shadow, the Shadow Grubs do a surprisingly large amount of damage. See this golden bomb down here, but now I do. Or we cannot get it yet because we need another bomb, which we do get. +1, -1. Godzilla -1 was the first movie I've ever watched more than once in a theater, let alone 4 times. I've watched it quite a lot. I saw 2 in color and 2 in -1 color. There's still people who haven't seen it yet. If you're one of those people and you've got a Netflix subscription, then definitely go check it out. If it's still there, I canceled my Netflix a while ago, but definitely go check it out if you haven't already. Just remember to don't use the default subs. You need to go to the one that just says English. not English CC, because those are the wrong subs, and it drastically changes how the characters speak. In the translation, I mean. The troll bomb for our troubles there. Stuck. Oh, this is a gap here. I didn't realize that. Little Gish is kind of whatever. There's our shop. Look at that. Cattle Grub's doing work. We got a nickel out of that. And sure, we'll take deep pockets. Might as well buy the half-price key as well. And let's nuke the keeper. One more cent, we can buy a tarot card. Wouldn't mind that. Now we do have a sack room here. And some hearts, so lots of hearts actually. We could, oh my gosh. Okay, well, our money problems are no longer an issue currently anyway. We could and probably should play the sack room. However, I don't want to play it before fighting the boss and getting the devil deal, if we do get one. Namely because, well, we would lose the bone heart if we do get a devil deal. I just don't want an angel deal is what it comes down to, but... Go give it an old shuffle here. Obviously, boss rush is not going to happen. Was never going to happen with movement speed like this. The bomb up here. I actually did believe for half a second that was going to be another guppy item. I don't know why. Nothing there. Okay. Let me go grab this half heart. So far, we've gotten absolute bupkis from Sackroom Shuffle. There's too many rocks over here. I just want to see if we can get crawl space. Can't. All right. I just thought it was just a whim. You know, you just have those whims to just blow up stuff. You know. In game, of course. I mean, that's not in real life. That's a totally different problem. Yeah. See, this is why I did not want an angel deal. We get Spear of Destiny. So unfortunately, the gambit did not pay off with the Sackroom Shuffle. It's not yet anyway. I don't mind an angel room item. I just don't want an angel deal. Now, all is forgiven if we end up not getting an actual... If we don't qualify for the angel deal here. I have to give up our red heart here. Or our bone heart, I mean. Which is not a huge deal with 9 lives. I just didn't really want to lose it. Obviously, I don't want Guardian Angel because it does tend to attract. It counts for conjoined, and it also tends to attract projectiles, which is something we do not want. It is a very fast spinning orbital, which is nice. But that's not the only factor involved. Ooh, okay. Okay, Silver Dollar. Silver Dollar is going to give us a guaranteed shop in the womb for both wombs. Assuming that we actually don't get an XL floor, which is always possible. According to what I'm doing here, we've already lost the ability to get an angel room item. Or at least we've not lost the ability. We've already gotten one. But there's no other reason for us to play the Sackroom Shuffle until after we're done with this boss. To go maybe collect on our HP, or 30 cents would be fine. What was that little float that... What was that delayed float that Monstro 2 just did? It's like he stood in the air and just stopped. He was trying to stick the landing or something. So, and unfortunately, we did get the angel deal, which is going to reset our chance for the devil deal on the next floor. So again, that just kind of goes to show why I don't like doing angel deals. Now, obviously I'd be singing a different tune if we got something anything better than the Spear of Destiny. Spear of Destiny is just not a fantastic item. It doesn't augment our stats at all. It doesn't fire a projectile. It's just another mom's knife that's not as good. See if we get the soul hearts or if we get the 30 cents. We get the 30 cents. Totally fine, especially with us knowing that we now have the silver dollar. This money is going to come into play much, much sooner. Another thing I don't like about Guardian Angel is that it speeds up your projectiles, which is not something that I want either. Or not projectiles, it speeds up your orbitals. It'd be weird if it actually did speed up your projectiles, though. Curse of the Maze. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a hot minute here, Death List, since you paid out with something for us. So what I need you to do is I need you to get us some stats. Every time you don't get us stats, you're just making yourself look bad. You're putting yourself back on. It's the end of the windfall and back to the downfall. Astral projection is nothing super. HP upgrade, sure. Look at that. Look at that. The Shadow Grub's going ham and cheese on the taco biscuit ham bone right there. See, but where the problem is that we still haven't gotten... The only stat up that we've gotten has been shot speed and a tears up. That's it. So... You just saw right there, we just need movement speed. Our tears rate is fine. It's almost, I mean, it's not that far removed from being just capped. But we don't have the associated benefits of having a lot of base damage to go along with it. We don't have unlimited bombs anymore, so we gotta be a little bit more sparing, and yeah, great. Alright, let's get the mark or something, or like Abadabba Ding Dong here. Make it happen. Demon Judgment. A free Deathless payout here. A nickel. We have 76 cents right now that we're floating, which is nice. We just got to dodge the greed fight now. Very tempted to rip the soul of Azazel, but I'm trying to save it. Oh my god. I'm trying to save it for the mom fight. Ghost baby. At this point, I'll take any extra damage that we can get right now. One and done? I mean, we were technically one and done there, but... Definitely going to go into the dice room. Absolutely would re-roll this. And, you know, I say that, but now I'm thinking, like, well, we've got 9 lives. And Crack the Sky on 4.5 and the 4.5 volts. So, let's wait to see what we get. Do we have any items that just aren't doing anything for us? Spider Babby is kind of just there. We have not one, but 2 basic upgrades for HP. Deep Pockets, while it is good, it doesn't really do much for you unless if you're, you know, you've got like silver dollar or something like that. So we get Spoonbender. Spoonbender I will take. E.H. Dizzle. Lord deliver us. And please give us some speed up pills here. Sharp key, that's a great price. 15 cents for 5 keys. Cannot argue with that. Or 9 volt. I mean, I'll take it, but I'm not really looking. Moving box, I don't really care about. Humbling bundle. Definitely. Chaos. Might as well. Especially with more shops. And there was the compass. Come on, game. Okay, well, we do have a judgment, a reroll machine here. But do we want to use it for the devil deal, or do we want to use it for the shop with chaos? Now, the thing is that we have chaos now, so obviously it's not going to matter if we're in a devil deal situation anymore. None of the everything is up in the air at this point. A little precast there, huh? Tears up from Death's List, okay. I didn't even mean to take small rock there. All right, 0.68 movement speed. Yeah, it's starting to feel a little re-rolly, but let's drop the reverse judgment card because we're going to need the fool card to get out of the mom fight, and I think we are going to use the re-roll. I mean, obviously we can't use it inside of the devil deal because then we can't come back out unless we die. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the fool card to get out. We're just gonna, whatever is in the devil deal, we're just gonna take, assuming that we do actually get a devil deal item. So apparently I dropped my... Oh, I dropped it for the health up. That's what it was. Looking for my soul vision. But, oh well. Big time damage there. Again, despite our base damage not being amazing. And we didn't get a double deal anyway, so that goes straight to the nevermind pile. I ain't talking about Nirvana. On pills. Now we're really hoping that we find a golden pill. I'm over that room. I don't care if we get hit in that room. No, it's not the right attitude to have, but I'm just so over it. Oh, we got Curse the Mazed. Oh, well, good. Didn't feel like going in that room again anyway. You know what? I'm actually not going to use a reverse judgment there. It's only one item pedestal that we can afford. And if we roll into something else on that other slot that we can't afford, then what's the point? Yeah, I'm going to pass on that. And this one's definitely feeling like, again, much like yesterday, just a crawly sort of... It's got the symptoms of a crawl episode for sure. Whether it be because of our just horrific movement speed or our bad clear times or, you know, what have you. It's still not great. The second soul heart here. I think that one was from Death's List. And you know, Death's List is trying. But it needs to try harder. We want movement speed here, Death's List. Prove to us why you deserve your limelight. Get back in our good graces. Yeah, we get another nickel here. It's gonna be good whenever we do find that shop that we're looking for. And more money equals more rerolls, so that's going to be instrumental in hopefully turning this crawl into a sprint. You can only dream. There's no way we're gonna get out of here without taking damage from that eye laser. Moonbender doing a pretty good job, and we get a greed fight. All right. All right. So now our rerolls are relegated towards the devil deal, which we should get one here. Should get one here. And we've gone the wrong way. All right. Let Crack the Skizzle do the work for us here. Okay, so let's head on down. I guess the boss is to the south of here. Really wish that we would have been able to get that compass. Oh, it's going to be a double trouble. Either that or it's Mr. Fred. Mr. Fred's kind of whatever. So he just spawned an ad that ruined Death's List, unfortunately. And we didn't get a devil deal. Or a shop. Yep. All right. Here we go. Surely we'll get a shop now, right? Surely. We had one greed fight already, so surely we won't get another greed fight. Right? Right? Sure won't. My God. My God. Get in there, Shadow Grubs. Whoa. I did not hit the space bar there. That was weird. Okay, well, we're guaranteed to not have... We're guaranteed to not have a greed fight now in the shop. I am going to take the quarter. You would think that I'd be super stoked about getting a reroll pedestal with a reverse judgment card here in the secret room, but I am not. I know the importance of this upcoming reroll, although I will say that if we do get a few payouts there, including the angel statues, we could be looking at something even better than the shop. But we need to get more red hearts on the ground first. We do not have enough to get a full shuffle without us losing basically everything, including a few lives from Dead Cat, which I don't want to do. These random hits that we're taking left and right are also not helping things. Okay, so here's the shop. I'm gonna leave that soul heart there because at this point it's just not worth picking up. Get sack altar. Okay, so this is now very interesting. Because what we can do is we can use sack altar inside of the sack room and create 2 item pedestals. Two item pedestals that are way too good to reroll. We take both of these, but not until we're done tapping the sack room. So I'm not going to do anything yet with the sack room. Our patience here is going to be rewarded eventually. Now, another play that we're going to end up having to do here is once we go down to 1 heart, we are going to go check the boss trap room for an HP upgrade, because that would also be huge. Because that not only would give us another heart container to use for the sack room shuffle in this mastermind of a play of mine, but also give us a heal. Okay, more red hearts on the ground is good. Full health is amazing. Gulp doesn't matter.
Gulp.
And now anyway, full health. Full health is going to be the key here to all this. Great shot by Botfly. Tears up. Dude, the game is allergic to giving us movement speed. Alright, so we don't care about getting the Devil Deal at this point. If we get one, great, but the HP containers that we have are worth more than the Devil Deal. Most likely, because of the fact that we have Chaos. Again, great job by Botfly here. Squeezy, I mean, Squeezy would max out our tiers. It does give us 2 soul hearts to play with, too. I didn't want that eternal heart. Okay. Okay, so now what we do... Why does it say there's an item? Oh, it's because it's an empty vessel, that's right. Okay, so what we do now is we don't take empty vessel until we have to. We absolutely have to. I'm going to drop the... No, I'm not going to drop the reroll machine because you know what's going to happen if I do that? Those troll bombs that are going to come out are going to just murk it, and then I'm going to be real mad. Like, really, really mad. I don't care about the Eternal Heart. This is more important than the Eternal Heart. Okay, so what we want is we want items on the ground. Before we do anything else, let's go check to see if there is an HP upgrade inside of the boss trap room. I also should probably go back and get Crack the Skizzle. There's not. Succubus, while Succubus is good, it's not what we're looking for. And certainly not worth doing the boss trap room for. Now, another kind of a little bit of a turd in the punch bowl here, but we're going to have to beat both Gabriel and Uriel for us to get these other item pedestals to appear. There is a double heart inside the shop too, which is also nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the reverse judgment card down here. Then see if we get an item here. If we do get an item, that's fine. That's actually best case scenario there. Normally you don't get a payout from that, so it's totally fine. We're going to go back, pick up the hearts that are not soul hearts, and then also grab the full health pill to solidify our full shuffle here. So we're really stretching our capabilities here to make a big time play. Make sure I stop moving, don't worry. Don't let him go off. I'm going to use the full health pill and then immediately... Or I'm going to summon Uriel, then immediately use the full health pill if we need it. I actually didn't. Let's go buy those 2 hearts. Because remember, we also have to beat Gabriel now, which is not too bad considering how many spiders that we've got here. And our DPS is fine now, especially with 6 tiers. Soul hearts, very good. Pop the full health pill. Okay. Then after it's all said and done, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 item pedestals to play with now. Alright. So, Chaos, make us look like a freaking genius here. I'm actually going to let Empty Vessel go. We have plenty of HP here, and I think that this is more valuable as an item pedestal than anything with Chaos here. So let's see. Sorry, Empty Vessel. You know I like you, but I don't think we have a need for you right now. Yeah, not great. We can use can use. We need to go deeper, get a crawl space there, but it's way too. Oh, okay, okay. So we've got Crack the Skizzle, or we've got Spin Down and get a major damage upgrade, as well as possibly even get the Crystal Ball. Let's see what's down in the crawl space real quick. It's gonna be Gimpy, okay. Fine with Gimpy. Gimpy turns into Cricket's body, which I will do. Especially with us having Eye Belial. You don't need piercing shots. Spear of the Night would be nice, but I'm gonna stick this one out. Binge Eater. Talk about your low movement speed builds there. We get Mom's Knife, which turns into Demon Baby. I mean, sulfuric acid also would allow us to I cannot see what Binge Eater turns into. Knockout drops. I know that turns into something that we want. I don't remember what it is. Why is knockout drops pinging in my head as something that we need to spin down?
Experimental pill.
That's why. That's why. I'm not feeling it's. We're 52 minutes in, everyone. We had an Omega run. I'm sorry. I'm gonna veto that one. I know, but I've got to. It's currently 7:26 in the morning right now. If we hadn't gotten our Omega run, I definitely would have. Black Candle, I don't really care about at this point. I mean, we're just too far down the line. But we might end up having to take those anyway because there's no more rerolls. So get a charge key, okay. Pheromone pill gives range. We're still desperate to try to find any movement speed at all. Okay, so we might as well take Black Candle. And Pokego turns into basically nothing that we care about. I don't want marked Tech X. Yeah, we can take Tech X. That's fine. And we still have the range upgrade up in the boss trap room, but so it didn't quite pay off. It didn't quite pay off the way that we had hoped, but I'm still so oh, mama. Okay. I mean, now, you know. We get rock bottom. None of these turn into anything that we care about. I mean, Damocles, I guess, but Toxic Shock, maybe. But we get rock bottom now, which it would have given us a chance, I guess, at an Omega run Well, I mean, rock bottom doesn't do anything for an Omega run, but again, great block there by Botfly. Wow. I was really hoping that we were going to be able to get almond milk out of that, because then we could just fire away with rock bottom and Tech X. I mean, poison bombs. I guess we'll take Bob's Curse here. Soul Hearts, I appreciate that. Knockout drops is our key. We'll remember that for next time. Super Bandage. I am legit stunned that we have not found a speed upgrade this entire grand. In fact, we've lost movement speed in this run. Whinge and ye shall receive a speed upgrade. My God. We almost got back to our starting movement speed. Oh man, look at us. We're just call us Sonic, baby. We are moving. Very disappointing lack of items here dropping. I was hoping that we're going to get some chests or something. Now, I thought that Astral Projection would... I thought it raises our movement speed at the base level. I was holding out hope that Rock Bottom would be able to let us keep this speed here, but apparently it doesn't actually change the stat. It just gives you that... It just makes you move that fast. Okay, well, we've gone in an entire Isaac circle. Is this the best crawl run that we've ever seen? Like, for it to be a good run, but still be a crawl? I don't know. October started off hot, but it's getting a little spooky. I mean, it is spooky season after all. Stars card, sure, why not? Okay. Stars card is trying to tell us that the boss is that way, but we're gonna say no. Not one chest. Okay, we got a damage upgrade. I think we've been hitting every single room so far. Look at that. Look at the army of Shadow Grubs. Get a health up. Sure, why not? And the Stars card was right. Okay. Should not have forsaken our Stars card. I wasn't even moving on that one, so I'm not sure how we ran into Daddy. Wow, not a single extra chest dropped in the dark room. Except for Bob's Curse. And I guess Super Bandage. But well, there you go, everybody. Was this the best crawl run that we've ever seen? Because it definitely, to me, it qualifies as a crawl. That's what it feels like anyway. I don't know. Post them in the comments down below. I wish that we would have gotten, even after getting a speed upgrade, we still end up finishing slower than we started. That's got to be a crawl, right? Right? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you go check out the TCG Shop Simulator series as well. Thank you for those of you who've been supporting both series here on the channel. Welcome all new subscribers. Hope you have a good start to your early weekend here. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some pages of mine like RickRoo59, Noah Drummond, Asher, and Aiden Gass. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.